This is the L2C Media Network, live from the Tom O'Neill Memorial Broadcast Studios at the Entertainment in the Park Forest apartment complex here in Jackson. This is Steve Sporty Ball on the L2C Media Network. I'm Harry Von Stuttgart, and here's your host. What's his face? Yeah, what's my face? There we go. We gotta do something to pull that out without. Well, anyway, we'll discuss that in a little bit. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this methodically beautiful broadcast. Um, we're having a good time here. And this is a very big, super unexplainable edition of the Sporty Balls. Why? Because it's super, it's sports, it's a Sunday, and we got everything going on today. So let's quit kibitzing, okay? And let's kick it wicked. Anyway, folks, welcome to the show. Let's get started, shall we? And as we get started, things fall apart. That's right, kiddies. Anyway, folks, I'll tell you, we got a good show tonight. We're going to do it right now. From the headline making saturators of CBS Sports, we got your fun. And we're going to be doing this. Are you ready? I'm ready too. And if you thought yesterday's horse race was closest, oh, puppy dogs. It just ended a few moments ago. Kyle Larson won the closest win. No, Kyle Larson surged past Chris Buescher to earn closest win in Cup Series history at the Advent Health 400. It was a rain delay that almost made NASCAR cancel it, but why? In an overtime finish that will now be replayed for years to come, Kyle Larson charged to the outside of Chris Buescher in turns 3 and 4 and beat him to the finish line in a photo finish. Geez, where did we hear that before this weekend, kids? That's right, the Kentucky Derby. You could say this was the Kansas Auto Derby. That's right. Kyle Larson in a photo finish to win the Advent Health 400 at Kansas Speedway. Larson's margin of victory over Buescher was 0.001. The closest finish, and if you didn't hear me, I said 1. The closest finish in the history of the NASCAR Cup Series and the second closest finish in the history of all of NASCAR's National Touring Series. The finish was so close that Buescher was initially shown as the winner by electric timing and scoring, but upon further review, Larson barely beat him to the finish line. Larson was then announced as the winner, giving him his second win of the 2024 season. Now, we usually would give you the results. However, we are going to wait until it becomes official because there's going to be a lot of people talking. So we're not going to, we're going to wait till NASCAR makes it totally official. Look at all the vid and everything else and maybe make it official. by later tomorrow. We'll just have to wait and see. But we're not going to call anything. Well, I mean, we did say Kyle Larson won, but we want to hear it from NASCAR officially, and that'll probably come by Monday. We'll just have to wait and see. But right now, congratulations, Kyle Larson. That was an incredible matchup. Anyway, let's get going with more news in the NBA as they get ready for Paris 2024. Now, Anthony Edwards is playing so well right now that it would be easy to forget just how well he's playing on the biggest stage of his career. Entering this season, he'd played only 11 career playoff games. He never played in the NCAA tournament. Saturday, it was his first foray into the second round of the NBA playoffs, and he responded with the best game of his playoff career. 43 points on 17 of 29 shooting, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists, stellar defense, most importantly, a 106-99 road upset victory against the defending champions. Afterward, he credited his success to the way he spent last summer. Big shout out, Edwards said in his post-game interview, quote, "Big shout out to the USA team. They got me ready for this season." Edwards is, of course, referring to his time spent playing in the FIBA World Cup, where Team USA failed to medal by finishing in 4th. That was through no fault of Edwards, though, as he led the team in scoring at 18.9 points per game. Now, the road there wasn't always easy, though. Head coach Steve Kerr initially planned to bring Edwards off the bench. He pushed back. Quote, "I mean, of course, I wasn't cool with it," end quote. Edwards told Joe Vadum of The Athletic, quote, "If that's what it takes, I mean, I'm willing to do it, but yeah, I'm never cool with that," end quote. He said Dwayne Wade came off the bench when Kobe played. I was like, all right, we don't have a Kobe, but okay, all right. Edwards claimed a starting role after a single practice. Fast forward to 2024, Team USA might have a Kobe this time around, and Edwards might just be that player. On Saturday, Edwards became the second player aged 22 or younger to score 40 or more points in consecutive playoff games. The first, Kobe Bryant. That is the sort of company that Edwards is keeping with his recent performances, and it's hard to imagine that it won't carry on into the Olympics. Now, Edwards was one of the 12 players named to Team USA's final roster, but throughout the process, he wasn't considered nearly the lock that the other players were. In February, for example, The Athletic reported that the teams viewed LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, Drew Holiday, and Kevin Booker as its core. Though neither Kerr nor Team USA Executive Director Grant Hill publicly commented, the widespread assumption was that Booker would join Curry, Durant, Embiid, and James in the starting five. Edwards just swept by Booker out of the playoffs. Edwards just swept the playoffs. More so, given his superior defense. It's hard to mention Edwards coming off the bench in favor of Booker in an Olympic setting in which individual scoring isn't nearly as valued. Starting might not even be as high enough bar for Edwards at this stage. The narrative surrounding this Olympic team is that the old guard is coming back for one last moment of glory. James is 39, Curry 36, Durant 35, Embiid 30. It is exceedingly rare for the American players that old to play for Team USA, but the Stars felt they had no choice after last summer's losses at the World Cup. The international competition is simply too stiff. Nikola Jokic is on his way to this third MVP season, which would increase the American MVP drought to 6 years. 4 of the last 5 first-team all NBA choices were born overseas. No American-born player has risen up to claim the title of face of the sport from James, Curry, and Durant, even as they've hit the twilight of their careers. That player now very well might be Edwards. Every member of that anticipated Team USA starting lineup is out of the playoffs. Edwards is not only still in it, but may well be having the best postseason of any player in the field. He's 3 games away from sending Jokic home, a feat no player, domestic or international, can manage last off season. Team USA will have to beat Jokic to win gold this summer. They'll also have to beat the Rudy Gobert Victor Wembanyama duo in France. Germany's defending World Cup champion roster, Canada's bronze winning squad with Jamal Murray likely joining them, and many other unusually frightening opponents. When those games come, it's going to be Team USA thanking Edwards for wearing their jersey. He might even be the one leading the charge as Team USA pushed for its 5th consecutive gold medal. We shall have to wait and see. Meanwhile, at least in Major League Baseball, we can tell you that Los Angeles Dodgers star Shohei Ohtani may be having one of his, publicly worst seasons in Major League Baseball. Well, with all the publicity from the gambling situation with his now former interpreter, anyway, Ohtani recorded his first multi-home run game of the year on Sunday in a 5-1 victory against the Atlanta Braves that completed the weekend sweep. Now, Ohtani had also homered as part of Saturday's contest, giving him 3 home runs over the course of 24 hours. And what more can you say? The 29-year-old entered Sunday's game batting .345, .411, and .633 with 8 home runs, 22 ribs, and 7 stolen bases on 7 attempts. His contributions were estimated to be worth 2 wins above replacement per Ball Reference calculations. Ohtani's multi-home run game was the 17th of his career, by far the most ever in Major League Baseball for a Japanese-born player. Indeed, every other Japanese-born player has 24 combined multi-homer games in MLB. Additionally, Ohtani's second home run was his 10th of the year, tying him for the MLB lead. Now, the Dodgers, now 23-13 on the season, entered Sunday with a 4.5-game lead in the National League West. The Braves, meanwhile, continue a recent spiral, having lost 6 of their last 8 contests. Atlanta is now 20-12 on the year, good for second place in the NL East. The Dodgers will now try to extend their winning streak to 5 on Monday when they welcome the lowly Miami Marlins to town. The Braves, for their part, will have Monday off before hosting the Boston Red Sox for a quick 2-game set. And we wish you luck. Okay. Hey, not bad. Before we go to J.J. Watt possible return, let's get you ready for the second round matchups. Matchups, not mashups, matchups. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Okay, the first round of the 2024 NBA playoffs wrapped up Sunday afternoon as the Cleveland Cavaliers pulled off a big comeback in Game 7 against the Orlando Magic to advance to the second round. The Cavs, who were led by Donovan Mitchell in the series against the Magic, will face the top-seeded Boston Celtics in the second round. Now, before Sunday, 7 other teams had already advanced to the second round: Mavericks, Knicks, Pacers, Celtics, Thunder, Nuggets, Timberwolves, and one of them already has a 1-0 lead in the conference semifinals. The Timberwolves took down the reigning champion Nuggets in Denver in Game 1 of their second-round matchup on Saturday. Game 2 of Nuggets-Wolves is set for Monday night. The same day, the Knicks and Pacers kick off their second-round series Thunder, Mavericks, and Celtics versus either the Cavs or Magic will get started on Tuesday. The second round could run through my birthday, May 20th. Now, here are the schedule and the scores. Game 7, Cavaliers 106, Magic 94. Cleveland wins the best of 7 series, 4-3. Here's a complete look at the playoff bracket. And that means Monday night, May 6th. Game 1, the Knicks versus Pacers, 7:30 on TNT. Game 2, Nuggets versus Timberwolves at 10 p.m. on TNT. Then Tuesday night, a pair of Game 1 games. In the second round, Celtics Cavaliers, 7 on TNT. Thunder Maverick, 9:30 on TNT. Wednesday, Game 2, Knicks Pacers at 8 on TNT. Thursday, May 9th, Game 2, Celtics Cavaliers at 7. Thunder Maverick at 9:30 on ESPN, streamed live on Fubo. Let's see. Thunder Maverick. Okay, Friday, May 10th, Game 3, Pacers Knicks, 7 p.m. on ESPN and Fubo. Game 3, Timberwolves versus Nuggets, 9:30 p.m. on ESPN and Fubo. Saturday, May 11th, Game the Mavericks Thunder at 3:30 on ABC and Fubo. And follows up with Cavaliers and Celtics at 8:30 p.m. on ABC and Fubo. Sunday, May 12th, pair of Game 4s. Pacers Knicks at 3:30 on ABC, and Timberwolves versus Nuggets 8 p.m. on TNT. Now Monday, May 13th, it's Game 4 pair. Cavaliers Celtics 7 on TNT, Mavericks Thunder 9:30 on TNT, and the rest will be, of course, to be determined. So there you go. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's find out what J.J. Watt has to say as we go to our NFL report. Okay, 3-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year, J.J. Watt, retired from the NFL after 12 seasons in 2022, as we all know. Finishing on a high note by racking up 12.5 sacks at the age of 33 for the Arizona Cardinals. Now 35, and with his Houston Texans, the team where he played his first 10 seasons, looking like contenders after winning the AFC South Division in the first year of head coach DeMeco Ryans' tenure as head coach. The 2010s all-decade team member and current NFL analyst for the NFL Today on CBS Sports is cracking the door open to return to football for one more year to play for his former Houston teammate. The Texans' current head coach played one season in Houston's front seven with Watt in 2011. Quote, I'm a very fortunate, lucky man. I have a beautiful wife. I have a beautiful son. I've had 12 great years in this league, and I'm very thankful to have walked away healthy and playing great, end quote. Watt said on Saturday via Sports Radio 610 in Houston. When asked how he resists the allure of coming out of retirement to play for the Texans, quote, I told DeMeco last year, I said, don't call unless you absolutely need it, but if you ever do call, I'll be there, end quote. And he knows not to call unless he absolutely needs it. This is the last year I'll tell him that because I'm not going to keep training the way I've been training. But he knows that if he ever truly does need it, I'll be there for him. I don't anticipate that happening. They've got a very good group. However, if injuries deplete the Texans' defensive line midway through the 2024 season, Watt hasn't fully closed the door to return, although he did say the upcoming 2024 season is the last year he will be training his body to be ready for a return to football. But I frankly don't know. Anyway, we continue with our little showgram. Let's see. Let's keep going here. Nope. We'll get to that. Un momento, por favor. Okay. We're trying to find here. Find a little news here. So, okay. In other NFL news, it's all over but the shouting. The lifespan of an NFL running back's career is short, but Duke Johnson lasted longer than most, playing 8 seasons before officially announcing his football retirement Sunday on Instagram. Quote, 8 years, 4 teams with one goal in mind, create a better life for my family, end quote, Johnson posted. After 3 seasons, where is it there? After 3 seasons at the University of Miami from 2012 to 2014, he departed the U as its all-time leading rusher. And he was selected 77th overall in the 3rd round, the 2015 NFL draft by the Cleveland Browns. The first 4 years of his career were spent in Cleveland, and then after his rookie deal expired, he bounced around, suiting up for the Houston Texans from 2019 to 2020, Miami Dolphins 2021, and the Buffalo Bills at 2022. We say in breath, hello, Matt, Ed, and Eddie. How you doing? Glad to have you with us. Johnson finished his NFL career with 2,265 rushing yards and 11 rushing touchdowns on 532 career carries. That's 4.3 yards per rush. And congratulations to a man whose career definitely was great and continues to be memorable. Oh, yeah. Today, I want to show you guys something. Oh, there it is. Today, I know what I'm doing, so there. Today, folks, me and my cousin Deborah did something a little unusual. We're going to do an unusual thing again on Tuesday. We'll tell you all about that in a moment. We went to Hell, Michigan. And we wound up getting some souvenirs from the Ice Screams. And it was a great time in Hell, Michigan. I even got something I've always wanted. And hopefully, hopefully I'm opening it right. No, I'm not opening it right. But then again, yes. Yes, I got me a flask. And this is what it says. Firewater. There we go. Firewater from Hell, Michigan. I need to get this crazy dunks. Let me see. Do I have a? Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. You know. Anyway, I got to tell you what happened this weekend whilst I tried to find something in here that I'm definitely going to have to need. Oh, boy. I know we got to do some talkie. And we are going to do some talkie, folks. We're going to do some talking. We just got to find something because, oh boy. Well, it would be good if I found out how to open them. Is Dusty over here? I don't know. Gotta put everything on here. Anyway. How you doing under the sun? When you're singing the song. If you wonder what I'm doing, I'm trying to find my mini pliers. Ah, there they are. Good. Yep. Okay, let's see how. Ah, I think we got it loosened. Yay! We got it loosened. Yay! There we go. There it is. Firewater from Hell, Michigan. My first flask. And I can tell you right now, it's not going to be my last. I just got to remember to let's go. One. Ah, that was good. There you go. Of course, you know me. Now. I do have some news, folks. Flask, very good. I do have some news, folks, that I want to share with you. And all I can do is just show you this. Let me do it properly, okay? Show you this to the camera. Yep. There it is. Yep. I got my settlement. I was a part of a class action lawsuit against Western Union. It was the United States of America versus Western Union. And of course, America won. So those of us who got scammed by Western Union got a bit of money from it. I got $2,500. Now, under the rules of Social Security, because I am on SSI. The big enchilada is that I have to be under $2,000. So, what do you do when your checking account all of a sudden goes from $1,000 to close to $4,500? Simple. You get something you're desperately in need of. And there it is. You might have to get a new key bob, but we went to Art Main in. Oh, no, I'm not posting it. I will not post. But I did get a new used car, so I'm happy about that. I can only tell it to you here. Not going to say anything more about it, but it's something good. Now, let me show you some of the other stuff I got from Hell. Yep, the original Bat Out of Hell. Not bad. And of course, what trip through hell would be without getting one thing that I have always wanted. These are, of course, exit visas. Let me show you the business cards. They are cool. These are exit visas. Entitles the bearer safe passage through hell, Michigan. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, what else? Simple on the back. We might as well tell them about it. That's right. Hell, Michigan has one hell of a great ice creamery and souvenir shop. And we're going to do it like this. That's right, folks. Yeah, the screamatorium, the crematory screams, as well as the souvenir shop. And if you want to know more information, souvenirs from Hell and Halloween, uh, you can go to the website, which is of course go to hellmi.com, or go to 4045 Patterson Lake Road, Hell, Michigan, 48169. No, is it? Yeah, 48169, or call 734-878-2233, and you'll see a lot more good stuff. And I mention that because I happen to have in my hand, I'll show it to you like this, the key to the gates of hell. That's right. Whoever and it's a bottle opener. Yeah, it's a bottle opener in the shape of a key. Now, it says it there. The little thing here says, whoever possesses this key holds the power to enter the gates of hell in Michigan and the awesome ability to open a bottle. So that's what I got. Deborah, my cousin, went with me, and got some little trinkets as well from hell. But this, too precious, too precious. So that was my day, and that was a great Sunday. And by the way, just to show you folks, I didn't forget. How could I? How would I be able to look myself in the face or any part of my body without going to this year's free comic book day at Nostalgia Inc. in downtown Jackson? Here are the ones that I purchased, that I got free comic books. It's absurd. It's inane. It's mad. There you go. Right there. Crap. I'm already in costume. Yep. Mad Magazine. Or actually Mad the comic book. The second book I got was one from a series that brought us the words that villains and good guys all screamed on Saturday morning cartoons. Aye! And yes, I had to get my traditional Doctor Who free comic book day. But I went bonus. on the whole Shamir. And I got some other comic books. I paid for them. So here's one of them, Space Ghost, because of the 30th anniversary of Space Ghost Coast to Coast. I was also curious about this one, the Nightly News by Jonathan Nickman. Okay, that's two. I also got something from the fine folks at Pearl Vision, which I'm going to use. Little wipe for the computer. Here is Dr. Fate. The next one I got was Dr. Mirage. What a guy. Yep. That was, and finally, to celebrate the 100th centennial birthday of the true rulers of America, the Three Stooges, you know I had to get it. The Three Stooges. By the way, Curly G, the grandson of Curly Howard, he has a YouTube channel. Got to say hi to Curly G. Hi, Curly G. Anyway, so that was my weekend. Hope you had a great weekend as well. And we discussed, and by the way, certain people do not watch this show. So there we go. Anyway, friends, family, Poughkeepsie, there you go. There's the key to hell. But I must tell you that I've already excised things to where this is just, like I said, a bottle opener. So I'm going to have some big fun with this. I'm also going to have, where's the keys? Oh, there he is. I'm going to have big fun with my new car. It's a Dodge Ram. It's a, got it here. It's a Dodge Avenger sedan, and it's in blue. So, folks, I am happy to say I'm back in vogue. I'm back in business. I am back driving. Yay. But I have learned a lot. So, there you go. I got my $1 for my lunch tomorrow at J-Town. I've also got to go to Lifeways and got some other things planned as well. Won't tell you most of it, but it's going to be a fun week this week. I just got to make a couple of stops, give people some updates as to how I'm doing. Hi, I'm Boxy. There you go. So, where the hell did I put? Okay. Anyway, folks. There it is. I'm going to put water in this tomorrow. Wonder if the studio will be finished. That's one of the things I got to do. Another thing I got to do is finish up cleaning. I got to get a couple of things, but I got to get them cheap. And I got to spray around and get everything ready for for me to move this table and chair and prepare for the first show to be done in our new studio. I got to get a couple of lights in there, so at least we'll be lit. So we're all going to be. It's going to be a joy doing our sports cast, doing our Twitch programs from our studios, backdrop and everything. Of course, we're going to be doing sporty balls from the studio. And this summer, I am going to be doing the show from outside our balcony. It is going to be a unique experience, and hopefully it'll all work. Sweetness, looking forward to it. I'll be sure to help out on the OBS side. Thank you. Because we got to get some L3s done and do a little intro. So there you go. Now you're probably saying, hey, Steve, why were you doing a monologue just now? Well, simple. Like I told you, this was a busy day in sports. And we got your busy day coming up because we're going to talk the Kentucky Derby last night, horse racing's first little triple crown of joy and happiness. And we're going to do that right now. Let's get to the sports, shall we? We are getting to the sports. We're in a sports frame of mind here on this little quasi beautiful broadcast. And by the way, the new car is called F Giggity the Second. Her mom was Fizz Giggity, and as we know what happened to her. But this time I'm going to be very careful. Anyway, let us proceed to talk about the Kentucky Derby. And for that, we are going to go to the other side of darkness, as I like to call it, ESPN.com. Because this was, you thought that the NASCAR race tonight was wild. Ain't nothing compared to the wildness that was the Kentucky Derby. And I am telling you, that was horse racing's finest. Okay, do we have, let's see. Okay, let's do this properly so we can get on with the scores and get ourselves out of here. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. UCKYBERBY. Okay. Let's see. We're trying desperately to get the result for you. Oh, come on. There we are. Okay. The loneliness I feel right now. Here we go. Oh, not the Washington Post. Anything with a pay thing we do not do here. Okay, thank you, boys. Okay, in an extraordinary photo finish, Mystic Dan emerged victorious at the 150th running of the Kentucky Derby Saturday evening at Churchill Downs in Louisville, Kentucky. Mystic Dan entered the 20-horse race with 18-1 odds. Sent off at 18-1 odds, Mystic Dan and jockey Brian Hernandez Jr. rolled the rail down the stretch with a short lead. Sierra Leone, the second choice at 9-2 odds, and Forever Young from Japan gave chase and pressured the leader to the wire in front of 156,710 at a very rainy, wet, and yucky Churchill Downs. It was just the 10th Kentucky Derby decided by a nose, the closest margin in horse racing, and the first since Grindstone wore the garland of red roses in 1996. Now, the crowd waited several minutes before the result was reviewed by the stewards and declared official. Hernandez said, when interviewed, quote, "The longest few minutes of my life. To see your number flash up to win the Derby, I don't think it'll sink in for a while." End quote. Fierceness, the 3-1 favorite, finished 15th in a field of 23-year-olds. Mystic Dan will earn 3.1 mil from a total purse of 5 mil, the largest purse in race history. The purse is split among the top 5 finishers in the Derby, with $1 million for the runner-up, $500,000 for third, $250,000 for fourth, and $150,000 for fifth place. Mystic Dan ran 11/4 miles in 2 minutes 3.34 seconds and paid $39.22, $16.32, and $10. Hernandez and trainer Kenny McPeek had teamed for a wire-to-wire win in the Kentucky Oaks for fillies on Friday with Torpedo Anna. McPeek is the first trainer to sweep both races since Ben Jones in 1952 and the fourth overall. Now, McPeek's only other victory in a Triple Crown race was also a shocker. 70-1 Sarava won the 2002 Belmont. The biggest upset in that race history, the Colts spoiled the Triple Crown bid of War Emblem. Sierra Leone returned 654 to place and 464 to show. Forever Young was another nose back in third and paid 558 to show. Sierra Leone lugged in and bumped Forever Young 3 times in the stretch, but jockey Ryusi Sakai did not claim a foul. Gentle on him, isn't he? But that was one hell of a good race. I mean, we had a close race as far as horses are concerned. We then had the closest race that auto race fans are going to be talking about for a while, 0.0001 second. Wow. I just got to say it, but wow. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's get you some entertainment news while we're on a little subjective here. And we'll get you some headlines, and then we will get you some scores and then get out. We have breaking news to report in the entertainment world. Kim Goodwin, the ABC News president, who is the first black woman to run a broadcast network news operation, is leaving the Disney unit amid increasing concern about the way she was managing the home of shows like Good Morning America and World News Tonight. Goodwin told staffers in a memo Sunday that she planned to retire from broadcast journalism. Her command had come under increasing scrutiny since a restructuring of ABC News and Disney's ABC stations had her reporting directly to Deborah O'Connell, a Disney business veteran who is seen as a valued operator at the company. O'Connell will lead ABC News for the foreseeable future, she told employees Sunday evening. A Disney spokesperson declined to make executives available for comment or to respond to a query about what changes Goodwin's exit might mean for the executives' immediate direct reports or the management of individual ABC News programs, including The View, which might, after all this, might just be on the chopping block. We can only hope. Let's see. Goodwin's immediate team includes Stacia Phillips, Deshizku, ABC News Executive Editor Derek Medina, and Executive Vice President who oversees business affairs, Jose Andino, a Vice President who was tasked with organizing specific goals from a Office of the Presidente. So there you go. ABC is in a mess. Let's just put it that way. So let us continue on here. Speaking of fights, Ric Flair, the Nature Boy, was at it again. This report coming from Ringside News. Two-time WWE Hall of Famer Ric Flair is one of the biggest names in world professional wrestling. Flair's accomplishments might have won him tons of fame and acclaim, but that doesn't make him immune from disrespect. In fact, Flair called out a restaurant for their disrespectful behavior towards him. The Nature Boy has traveled the globe, showcasing his talent and capturing countless championships throughout his career. While he's rightfully celebrated for his achievements, it's important to admit that he has also had public outbursts in the past. Flair took to Twitter, or as it's now known as X, and expressed his frustration with Plezano's Stone-Fried Pizza in Gainesville, Florida, mentioned spending $1,500 at the restaurant, taking 20 pictures with customers and staff, but was asked to leave after an altercation with the kitchen manager. Flair claimed the manager took too long in the bathroom, which led to the incident. The wrestling icon advised anyone looking for a relaxing time at a nice restaurant in Gainesville to avoid Paisanos. Classy. Let's see here. Rain delayed, of course, Sunday's NASCAR Cup race. Planters nuts recalled after discovery of potential fatal contamination. Let's see. The RNC chief counsel resigned after 2 months. William Shatner says he'd be willing to do another Star Trek voyage. Ray Finnick is not medically has been not medically cleared to compete at a House of Glory event. The Chase fans beg for a new season as competitors James Holzhauer and Victoria Gross compete in Jeopardy. Ethan Page provides an update on his business with Epic Troll Job. Lord of the Rings and Titanic actor Bernard Hill passed away at 79. And by the way, Jason Kelsey has joined Monday Night Football. Incredible. Okay, what else we got here? We told you about the ESPN thing about Patrick Beverley. Let's see. Okay, we got one more. No, we got to get over to the scoreboard. Yes, we got to do scores, and then we will wrap it up from there. It's 10:52. Let's get you some scores, and we'll wrap it up before 11 o'clock, and then we'll say our good nights and bonsoirs. Well, once again, I've had a good weekend. Hope you've had a great weekend. And by about another hour, we will all be prepared for that big slap of reality from an unknown person who will let us know that, yes, your weekend is done. Time to get back to work. Okay, in Premier League action, Brighton beat Aston Villa 1-0. Chelsea mollywopped West Ham United 5-0. Liverpool beat Tottenham Hotspur 4-2. Let's see. Let's see if we got something else here. I know we're running into the lateness of hours, and I do have to pick up my cousin tomorrow morning for a little running around business. Have to report my my situation. Have to go to the bank and get some proof. Okay. In Premier League in Canada, Atletico Ottawa defeated Valor FC 2-0. And do we have any MLS? Do we have any MLS here? Or any women's soccer? Soccer? What's soccer? It's football. Okay, so I take it we don't have any anything from the USA on the listing. By the way, tonight we didn't know this, but yesterday and today, ESPN News is having their monthly fun fest called ESPN Ocho. While over at Applebee's with my cousin Deborah, I got to see pillow fight. I got to see professional pillow fight championships. You can't make this stuff up, nor would you. Okay, we're going to execute this and go to the basketball scores, and then we'll go to baseball scores, and then we'll say bye-bye. Only one game we told you about. Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Orlando Magic 106-94. In Canadian Basketball Super League playoffs, KW Titans defeated Newfoundland Rogues 118-96. Let's go now to ice hockey, and then we'll head over to Major League Baseball and give it to you the right way. Okay, New York Rangers defeated the Carolina Hurricanes 4-3. Dallas Stars beat the Stanley Cup defending champion Vegas Golden Knights 2-1. In the OHL playoffs, North Bay smack dabbed Oshawa by 8-1 score. London defeated Saginaw 4-2 in the WHL. Moose Jaw over Saskatoon 4-3. In the AHL American Hockey League, it was Grand Rapids over Rockford 4-2. Coachella over Calgary 4-3. And the Ontario over Abbotsford 4-0. Let's go fast as speedily as we can to our other scoreboard, give you scores from Major League Baseball, and we will get you the minor league baseball stuff as well on tomorrow night. We're going to be so swamped, we may go over. Okay, let's get over there, get the scores. We're just got to do some baseball scores, and we'll definitely be doing minor league as well. We do have time. Good. Let's get. Oh, Byron Nelson. The winner was Canadian Taylor Pendrith with a 23 under. Ben Coles was second at 22 under. Alex Noren was third at 21 under. Major League Baseball final in 8 innings because of weather. Yankees over the Tigers 5-2. Nationals over the Blue Jays 11-8. Pirates over the Rockies 5-3. Guardians over the Angels 4-1. Final in 10. Rays over the Mets 7-6. Mariners over the Astros 5-4. Final in 10 innings. Rangers 3. Royals 2. Red Sox 9. Twins 2. White Sox 5. Cardinals 1. Cubs over the Brewers 5-0. Marlins over the Athletics 12-3. Diamondbacks over the Padres 11-4. Orioles over the Reds 11-1. Dodgers over the Braves 5-1. Phillies over the Giants 5-4. We only got 2 minutes left. It would be ridiculous to try to get every score on, but we're going to have a very long night Monday, so we're going to get everything for you. And when we get everything updated and moved into our studios, we are going to make sure all the information from the day in sports gets put on our lower thirds, so you won't miss a damn score. Neither will we. That is our promise. We're going to be OBSing for a long, long stinking time. But anyway, thank you very much, folks. It has been a ball and a blast and everything else therein. But it is time to do like this bat and get out of hell. Folks, we got to go. We will see you tomorrow night, 10 p.m., for everything and anything sports and entertainment related. No politics, no news, just sports and entertainment done a little insanely, but creatively. So for all the crew, I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley saying so long, everybody, from our studios here at the top floor. Well, yeah, sort of the top floor, actually the middle floor, here at the Park Forest Apartment Complex in Jackson. Thank you for tuning in. And until then, have a great rest of the evening. And as always, we remind you, be true, be you, be kind, be positive, never negative, and as always, and we mean this with due respect, keep your sporty balls shiny. We'll see you tomorrow night, everybody. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network. I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley for Harry Von Stuttgart and our entire crew. Good night. God bless. We got 30 seconds left. And I'm just going to say good night one last time. Drive safely on the way home. That's all from Jackson and the world at this time. Talk to you again tomorrow.